How's everybody doing? So everybody's saying about just audio being choppy. Is it still choppy, or it could just be the song that was playing? It's a little on the loud side. Sorry about that. So it's a very old track, so it's possible it kind of sounds that way, to be honest with you. So how's everybody doing? I got a big group today. So now you're getting minor buffering, huh? Well, there's probably not going to be much I'm going to be able to do about that. It is Sunday. It's snowing. I'm sure everybody is at home right now, probably taxing out their internet at the moment. So hopefully it won't be too bad. OBS says it's transmitting okay. I think it's my internet, to be honest with you. So after next week it won't be an issue. Okay, let's try this again. Hopefully it'll work better this time. Is my flux capacitor plugged in? I'm not sure. I've been having all kinds of problems with Comcast lately. My internet's been fidgety at best. So next Saturday, I'm not going to be streaming because Comcast is actually coming to install new internet in my house. I'm going from regular consumer internet to business class, which will double my upload speed. So, yeah. Well, you know what's screwed up, Sean, is when I lived closer to Harrisburg, I had Fios. I had 50/50 Fios, and it was like the best thing in the world. And I live like 5 miles from the Cumberland County line now, and I can't get it. It's horrible. And up here we have CenturyLink for phone, so hopefully this will take care of it. Part of the problem was the computer was actually getting overloaded. OBS was throwing me errors about the encoder getting overloaded. So I think there might have been something stuck in the buffer somewhere, because the thing was acting a little laggy even when I was watching Steve's stream. And this computer has more than enough power. I mean, I streamed with it the other night and it worked beautifully. So yeah, so hopefully it works better now. So anyway, now that Steve's done streaming, now I can get started. So yes, this cat always wants attention. This cat is up my butt 24 hours a day. So let me take a look and see who's here. So, oh wow, we got a big list. We got Sean from Action Retro, we got Commodore Fan 64, we got Crazy Tech Reviews, Dave Stahl, Christian from Macintosh Garden is Fogwraith, Greg Thompson actually showed up. Hello. Luke Davis, Steve from Mac 84. I'd be kind of weird if he wasn't here. Jacob Nima, if I'm pronouncing your name wrong, I apologize. Just popped in. Michael's Workshop, Retro Techie, Rutger Yoniker, Soulblatz, and of course the ever wonderful Trina Conrad. And new to the list is M. Kreuzberg. So I will try to say hi to you as you all come in. Hello, Ben. Hello, Matt B. So thank you all for coming. We have something hopefully interesting going on here today. Well, Greg, you don't usually show up to my streams, or if you do, you pop in, say hi, and leave. So Prada says hi to everybody, and I want to give a special shout out to Trina. Today is her birthday. Do a flip. I am not doing a flip. So. So hopefully this will be, hopefully that's the only glitch I'm going to have for this whole stream, unlike Steve, whose entire stream was a glitch. But before we get started on the iMac, I want to show everybody a little something here. Oh my gosh. This thing is not very big, but it's kind of dense. Whew. Lord. So this is a machine I was working on. This is one of mine. So, you probably can't see it too well, but where's my mouse? So, yesterday I got my entertainment center all put together. With all my game consoles and stuff like that. I'm quite happy with how it all worked out. And you can see all of my games over here. My Wii U, PS2, PS3 games. And this camera's acting dumb again. This camera gets stupid sometimes for some reason. I don't know why. So, what I have going on here is I'm taking a page out of Jay's book, and I'm going to kick the cat off the table. Because if I don't, he's just going to come back. I mean, it's kind of a moot point. But so I have this little HP computer here. So I'm going to put this in the entertainment center, hook it up to the TV, and I'm going to use it as a Plex server so I can actually get media and stuff on there. But I want to show you how much crap you can shove into one of these things. So this is a 3.06 gigahertz Core 2 Duo with a turbo boost to 3.4 gigahertz. It's actually not a slouch. It's not the greatest, but it's not a slouch either. So I got a Radeon 5770 low profile video card. I have a 128 gig SSD here, which runs the actual operating system. There's a DVD burner here, which presently is not hooked up, but it will be. And then, if I can do this without the camera being stupid. I have a 1 terabyte hard drive here. And I have another 1 terabyte hard drive here. So I just need to get a power cable to hook the DVD drive up. So I'm going to use this for streaming media. And there's Prada once again, being a royal pain in my ass. So I've been kind of busy. Yes, Christian. You haven't been around for any of my other streams where I showed things off. So I totally redid. So why not get a 2 or 2? Because I'm building this on a budget of 0, and I'm just using parts that I have laying around the house. So yes, my desk changed. This isn't my desk. This is my work table. That's my desk. But it changed too. Because over there where the iMac is, that's my old desk. That's the desk that I used for years and years. It now has my iMac G5 prototype on it. And then this is my main desk right here with the dual 32-inch monitors on it. So that chair there, yes, that chair has been through hell and back. So, but yeah, I mean, I probably would like to get some bigger drives for this machine in the future, but I'm just throwing in what I have laying around the house. So it's just one of those deals where I actually just thought of it this morning. So you know what? I'll try. I want to try it out because Steve and I think Greg Thompson and a bunch of guys, Bruce from Branchus Creations, I think all use it. So yeah, what the hell? I'll try it and so see what happens. Because I have a Roku on this TV, but it's so freaking old that quit licking your butt. Nobody wants to see you lick your butt. That is slow. So, but the piece de resistance for the day, it's going to turn into a cat dissection if he doesn't stay off my desk. Oh my God. Whew. This. So the plan was initially is I was going to take this to Steve and work on it at his place because he has room, but now I have a full-size desk that I can work on something this large. That we're going to strip this thing down with the help of the factory service manual and see what the hell's going on. I'm betting money that the power supply probably has failed. But we're going to give this a novel try and see what we can do with it. If nothing else, at least figure out why it's not working. So this machine was perfectly working until my cats knocked it off my wobbly table. So let's see if we can do something with this and maybe make it live again. So, well, the cats won't be knocking anything off the table anymore. So that table has been relegated to non-computer duty. So, AKA, it's sitting in my living room for me to eat something while I'm watching TV. No, it doesn't do anything. The fan comes on and that's it. Let me get a power cable. And, of course, we need a figure 8 cable. There we go. And I gotta remember to get it. I gotta go get another power strip. So now watch it boot up. Nope. So the fan right now is running. The fan on top of the computer. And but nothing else is working. There's no life anywhere else. Which is why I'm thinking maybe now. I mean, there's obviously something going on because the power circuit's working. It's responding to the power switch. The screen is booting? I don't see anything. Yeah, there's no chime or nothing. So we're gonna tear it open and see what kind of trouble we can get into. Yeah, this is actually one of the biggest iMac G4s that was ever made. Whoops. They only made these for a few months, and they were not very popular, probably because of their rather high price point. So, because you have to remember, the time this machine was done, LCDs were still kind of new technology. So I think this machine was somewhere around like $29.95 in that ballpark, I believe. Prada, get down. Down. God, you're a jerk. So this is a 1.25 gigahertz G4 power iMac, not Power Mac. It initially had, I think, 256 megs of RAM. It came with OS 10. This is an OS 10 only machine because this has USB 2. So I presently do not have a memory installed in the bottom. I'm not even sure if there's memory installed in the top, to be perfectly honest with you. It does have the Airport Extreme 802.11g Wi-Fi. Yeah, I don't mind him getting on my desk. It just kind of gets annoying when I'm trying to do something. It doesn't really matter what I do to him because he's just going to come back. He's not the brightest light bulb in the box. He's cute and cuddly, but he's definitely not the smartest cat in the world. So, but you gotta love him. Whoops, that's what I just had. If I had a T15, I guess not. Alright, where's my AirPods? Oh, shut up, Jay. God, you're an ass. I'm just now taking it apart, you jerk. I don't even want to know what Steve's doing in terms of plumbing. That's terrifying. Yeah, if the machine doesn't have any memory in it, it'll actually beep at you 3 times. Instead of giving you the start chime, it'll just go beep, 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 and then it'll just keep repeating that. And this doesn't even do that. It doesn't do anything. The fan works. The internal fan works great. That's about the only thing that seems to be working. Which is why we need to pull her apart and see what's going on here. No, I'm not going to turn it into a desk fan. God, this screw is tight. Why is this screw so tight? Goodness. There we go. Alright. And for anybody who's interested, these computers are a royal pain in the ass to work on. Just saying. Okay, so I do have memory in it. It does have a 1 gig stick of RAM in it. So that's a good start. Let's take a look-see here. Excuse me. All right. Believe me, these are worse than iMac G3s. I like working on iMac G3s. They're actually easy. These things are just... They're just... Everything is so tight in one of these. And these wires are like barely long enough to get wherever you need to. They actually made a special they actually made a special tool to work on these. Oh, whoops. Shit. Alright, sorry about that, guys. If his stream cut out, I apologize. I hit the wrong button here. So here's the service manual for this particular model, and this actually covers all of the USB 2 models. But here is the special service stand that Apple, I guess, sold or gave to their service people to work on these. All this is just a bunch of foam that's specially cut to hold the computer in place. So, pretty neat little thing, though. So, I never even knew they did such a thing. So that's pretty weird. It cost $2,500, yeah. Oh my lord. Alright, so I plugged it in. What we're going to do is I have the IDE cables unplugged. I'm going to power it on. I'm going to put this memory stick in real quick. Actually, no, I'm going to leave that out. So, alright, so that's a good sign. Is that coming from the speaker? Somehow I think that was not from the speaker. I think that was the hard drive. Because that was not very clear, like it would be coming from the speaker. So let's take let's take the drive bay out. But yeah, it does remind me of the noise it would make if it didn't have memory in it. But it didn't sound like it was coming from the speaker. It sounded like it was like coming from the hard drive. So to get the drives out, all you have to do is just 4 Torx screws. And everything in this computer is held together with Torx screws, except for the very bottom panel. Because once again, Apple did not want people working on this themselves. And it's quite possible that something happened to the hard drive, and that could be causing a problem. It could be dragging the power supply down. I've seen it happen on computers before. Never a Mac, but I mean I've seen it happen on PCs where either an optical drive or some drive on the rail shorts and causes issues, and all of a sudden then you have a completely dead machine. So Mac store drives used to be pretty good. Alright, so now this whole assembly here should pop out. There we go. And it's kind of weird that they have the hard drive and the CD-ROM on 2 different IDE chains. That's kind of weird. I never really took notice to that. Okay. So we have looks like a factory drive. I think this is a 20 gig drive. I've never seen a sticker like this on top of one though. It's kind of odd. I would think that they would not want to put that on there. Alright, and it looks like we have an IBM Death Star. Or Hitachi Death Star. Oh, 82.3 gigs. Oh wow, okay, that's bigger than I thought it was. Well, damn. I didn't think you put hard drives that big in these. So, the power supply is here on both sides. The hard drive sits up here, and of course you got the fan here. So, this machine's actually fairly clean inside. It's possible it's an upgrade. I mean, it's an Apple drive. You know, it has an Apple logo on it, so that doesn't necessarily mean it's not an upgrade. But I'll brush out some of the looser dust here while we're in here. Since these machines are like a real pain to clean, well, just like any iMac really, they're all pain to clean. So, all right. Well, let's put this in. Since we have nothing on the power chain except the actual board. So let's take a look and see what happens here. And everything else is hooked up. So speaker, fan, power, LCD. So everything's hooked up. Alright, still not getting any response. Processor is not getting warm. So the processor's not really doing anything. So hello, James. Hello, Omar. Oh, you know what, Retro Techie? That's probably that's a good point you make there. That's a very good possibility. I never really thought of that, but yeah, that would make sense. So I just want to see if anything is like dislodged looking here, kind of off the wall, because my cats did knock this down, and that's when it quit working. So I don't really. Nothing like off the rails here. No, I don't know, Commodore fan. I'm running Windows 10, and it's actually not running bad for me. I'm kind of the opposite opinion. I think the longer it sticks around, the better it's getting. I'm not going to go out and replace my Mac Pro with it, but, you know, it serves its purposes. Yeah. See, I don't like Windows 8.1. Well, actually, 8.1 isn't bad. Windows 8, I didn't care for. But after they did the 8.1 update, it wasn't just too bad. So I don't see anything loose. Let's see here. I kind of want to take the power supply out. Probe around in there, see if anything looks kind of odd. That's 0.1 extra goodness, yeah. Well, that 0.1 on Windows 8 was actually a pretty big deal, because that's what it gave us. That's what gave you the older style start menu and everything back that Microsoft decided they were going to remove for Windows 8. When it comes to Windows 10, so I was, at the time Windows 10 first came out a couple years ago, I was still using PCs. I had a what did I have? An Athlon? No, it wasn't an Athlon. It was a oh crap, Phenom 2 X4. That's what it was. It was getting kind of old, but I mean, it was still a good machine. I built it myself, you know, so it was pretty well decked out. I used all like modern hardware for the time. You know, I had 1066 DDR3, the whole 9 yards, and it was a pretty good machine. So Windows 10 came out, and of course, you know, they did the, hey, you can upgrade to Windows 10 for free, and I was running Windows 7 because I love Windows 7. And so I said, okay, you know, I'll try it. Oh my god, it was the biggest nightmare. Yeah, there's a reason Microsoft was giving it away for free. So I promptly erased Windows 10 and went back to 7. And when Microsoft announced that they were going to do end of life on 7, then I decided that was when it was a good time to go back to Mac, and I don't regret that decision at all. So but I've gotten back into using Windows a little bit more now. That I have more space to work on different machines and whatnot. So I've reinstalled Windows 10 on a few machines, and it's actually it's pretty decent now. It's a lot more stable than it used to be. Yeah, Windows 9. Well, neither Apple or Microsoft can count to 9, so, you know. You know, Valve can't count to 3, and Microsoft and Apple can't count to 9. Oh, that's a good machine. Mid-2012 13-inch MacBook Pro. That's a really good machine to start playing with. That's one of the ones that doesn't have the graphics card problems. It's got the at least a Core i5 in it, so it's a reasonably fast machine. The graphics aren't the greatest, but you know, for a 13-inch MacBook, they're actually really pretty nice. So. Well, and I just learned the other day that I didn't realize you could use Windows 7 license keys on Windows 10 to activate Windows 10. So I've been using Windows 7 on a lot of my older machines simply because that's what I have license keys for. But of course, you can't activate older versions of Windows very easily anymore. You can still call customer support and the computer will still do it for you, but you know, you can't do it online, and you can't get updates for them either, which is something I kind of applaud Apple for continuing even all these years, is that they still are they're still supporting the older operating systems with updates. Oh yeah, I've not been able to get Windows 7 or anything to activate over the internet since they cut off support for Windows 7. Well, if nothing else, at least the inside of this thing will be clean. Oh, that's amazing, because Goodwill around here doesn't. If I get a computer at a thrift store, it's usually the Salvation Army. As a matter of fact, the HP that I showed you earlier, that's actually where I got that from the Salvation Army. And they sell them dirt cheap. Yeah, I haven't been thrifting since March of last year, since all the crap that began. I try to avoid people. I don't like people to begin with, in general, so I try to avoid large groups of people, especially now. Especially with all the jerks out there. So let's see here. Okay. What's going on here? Alright, so apparently the battery in that is too low to read properly. What kind of battery this has that? G4s don't have socketed CPUs. Some of them have daughter cards, but the iMacs don't. They're just soldered right on the boards. Okay, well, oh. I'll just have to use the old one, I guess. Okay. Yeah, the only way a CPU on this thing would come loose is if it was ripped off the board. Where is the... Oh, there it is. Okay, where's the main lead? Alright, interconnect cables seems to be working. Power supply is getting power. Alright, 5 and 12 volt rails are okay. So power-wise, I think it's all right. Oh, Jesus. Jay, you're a dork. Processor's not getting warm. Let me take this module out here, see if it does anything odd. Nothing. Nada. Yeah, the fan spins. That's the only thing it does work. Truth be told. Nothing else works. But the fan, yeah, the fan works fine. Yeah, that buzzing noise we heard earlier was actually the hard drive. So that's weird, because... Yeah, that's kind of where I'm going. I'm kind of going as to it's a possible broken trace or something to that effect. Um, God. I mean, if it needs a logic board, it needs a logic board. That's easy enough to source. I think Steve probably has about 300 of them. Oh, thank you, Will. I don't know. If I got one from him, it'd probably take 6 months to get. At least if I get one from Steve, I can go pick it up. Give me a second here, guys. I'll be right back. Alrighty, thanks for hanging out. Doom and gloom music, yeah. The music's from Duke Nukem 2. Yeah, it's actual hold music. That's actually the music I have on my phone system at work. Jay is such an ass. All right, so I got a battery. So I don't know if the battery's going to make a difference, but I got a battery. The power supply's hot, by the way. It does little zappy things. So I don't think this is going to make any difference, but so I put a battery in. See if anything different happens. I'll do anything to get views, Jay. All right, nada. All right, well, let's take out the logic board. So, I gotta remember how to do this. It's been a while. There's all kinds of different screws on this thing. There's a couple of Phillips screws. There's a couple of Torx screws. There's a couple of nylon Phillips screws. It's almost like they couldn't figure out what the hell kind of screw. It's like an iPhone. They didn't know what kind of screw they wanted to use. It's only 110 volts. It only tickles. I've been electrocuted so many times by household current that it doesn't really even faze me anymore. It's more of a surprise than anything. Now you want something that scares the hell out of me? That would be the current from a car battery. That shit's scary. 1,000 amps at 12 volts, yeah, that'll kill you. Yeah, 110 is, it doesn't really do anything. I mean, you really shouldn't sit there and just hold an electric line. I'm not condoning that behavior. But it's, you know, in terms of like actually harming you, the chances of it actually harming you are pretty slim. So I know there's another screw. Oh, there it is. I can see. I know there's another screw here somewhere. All right. There's gotta be one more somewhere. Where's she at? Where are you? I know you're in there. Come on, there's gotta be one more screw holding this thing in. This is why you should not work on your power supplies with them plugged in. does it feel like there's another screw in here? Oh, I guess it was just stuck. Okay. Come on, Betsy. Come on, girl. You can do it! Oh my lord. Never had an iMac G4 board fight me like this thing. What is fighting so hard? This logic board is determined not to come out. There we go. Oh my lord. Now fight me every step of the way. Alright, let's take a squiz here. So here you can see, here's the graphics chip, the GeForce 5200. Looks like a dead bug. I don't see any broken solder joints. Yeah, don't ever bake a board. God, people who do that just drive me insane. Right alongside with the same people who twist off the capacitors off of a board. Kids are outside setting off firecrackers. Now, if you have reflow equipment, it's a little different. But just throwing a board in your oven at 350 degrees is not good for it. Oops. Greg Hrutkay actually told you to do that? Well, I don't know why that surprises me. I mean, if you have something that's already not working, I mean, I guess the worst case scenario is it's still not going to work. But, you know, if you have something that works with an issue, then you should try to fix the issue versus taking a cheap way and just baking it, you know. Yeah. Yeah, Esprada's my supervisor. I think my other supervisor's sitting behind me. Yeah, she's on my desk. Well, just think of it this way. If you bake a board in the oven and it fixes it, then most likely that fix is only going to be temporary, and you more than likely have stressed out the other components on said board. So its lifetime is going to be limited at best. So I hear the assholes are out. Little bastards. Yeah, it's the privileges of living in the middle of nowhere. You have to deal with this crap sometimes. So I'll give the kids some credit. I mean, at least they don't set off the firecrackers by cars or anything like that. Yeah, and in the snow. That's for sure. Sean, are you sure those are firecrackers and not gunshots? $50-50 chance here. Oh, God. No, not a drive-by, just kids outside playing. I wouldn't care, except they kind of drive the cats nuts. Yeah, I know. I had the same problem here, Dana. They were setting off fireworks, I swear to God, every day. And the sad thing is, it gets worse now since Pennsylvania's legalized all kinds of fireworks now. So, yeah, they can go and buy any kind of fireworks they want now, and there's not a damn thing anyone can do about it. So, yeah, I know. That's the dumbest thing they ever did. So, alright. Oh, I got the board out. Guess what we can do is pop off the does heat sink. Ugh. Oh my gosh. Oh, that definitely don't look good. Well, I think I found the problem. Oof. Well, that thing is baked. Alright, give me a second here, guys. Okay, guys. Yeah, I have a feeling this thing's baked. I don't know. I don't screw around with manual toothbrushes. So I don't know. If you can see it, there's the 7450 chip, the processor, and yeah, I have a feeling it got baked. This thermal paste is on here so hard that I can't even chisel it off. Well, so I have a feeling that the pretty sure the processor baked itself. Yeah, that lamp's always about ready to say hi to the floor. Yeah, I see all kinds of spots. And here's the heatsink. See all the discoloration around the edges. So I think the foregone conclusion is going to be that yeah, it's baked. So that would explain why the board sort of works, why it does react when you hit the power button and everything, but it doesn't do anything. Because, I mean, obviously, oops, no CPU, nothing's going to happen. So, and I looked at the GeForce chip on the bottom. It looks perfect. So, I got a sinking suspicion that somehow with it being dropped, it might have dislodged this heat pipe somehow. Because the way this works is, I don't know if you guys have ever seen this. It goes like this. So this is the main heatsink here, which sits on top of the die, like so. Alright, and then through here and here, it actually connects to here and here, and it actually uses the entire frame of the case as a heatsink. It's actually an ingenious design, but it's also inherently flawed. And of course, Apple in their infinite wisdom, they only put one little piece of metal holding, that whole thing down. So I'll have to get a new logic board. That's kind of what I'm thinking, Dana. I think that, it fell and it didn't really do any physical damage to the computer, but the jolt just kind of might have spread something just enough. And these things get really hot really, really fast. Dave, I don't remember if it was powered up or not. I want to say it probably was. Dana, this is actually a 20-inch. Yeah, that's why I'm so keen on saving it. And unfortunately, the logic board out of my other machine will not work on this computer. Yeah, the real anything over like 866 megahertz on the G4 and up are very hot running chips. Hello, V. You know, it's not just these chips. I mean, Intel chips ran super. Anything from any of these processors are going to run super hot. I don't care. I don't care what kind of chip it is. Oh, I got 26 viewers. I think that's a record. Yes, Will, it's brain dead. Hey, I need an iMac G4 logic board with USB 2. The processor's baked. Yeah. So I figured I'd try to call you since you're not on the stream. Oh. Oh. Yeah. Steve said hi. I gave you a 17. I don't know if it's a 2.0 or not. Yeah, because it's got to be a USB 2. There. I think that the heat spreader came loose. Oh yeah. It doesn't have to be a 20-inch. It just has to be a USB 2. They're all the same. All the boards are the same. It's just they just have different screens on them. Yeah. I don't know. I don't remember. Have a look. All right, go get your ship. Go get your ship plug so you can get back on here. Okay. Have fun. Oh, jeez. He's at the hardware store. He's having a problem with one of his pipes, I guess. He had to go get a plug for his sewer, I think sewer line. Yeah, lately he's been having some problems. Yeah, I remember having septic tank problems when I was a kid. They're definitely a pain in the ass. I swear, people are idiots and don't know what the heck they're talking about. So I'm on eBay here, and here's somebody says iMac G4 logic board. That is not an iMac G4 logic board. That is a, looks like an MDD Firewire 800 logic board. That's a very hard to find board, but you know, it's not an iMac in any sense of the word. Oh. I like my iMacs with expansions. Yeah. That's funny. That would be nice. That's like the 5th one I've seen. If I did that for everyone I ran across, I'd be here all day correcting people. I just hope people are smarter than when they're looking for parts. Of course, I can't imagine too many average Joes. Oh, here's one. Hey. Yeah. So here looks like a good candidate. It's a 1.25, just like mine. Has a battery on it, but I don't see any damage. It says for parts not working. Is working tested. So is it working or is it not working? Well, it's definitely the right board. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking that too because it's just a logic board. Oops. So we'll put that one on our watch list. Truthfully, if that's the only one on here, I'm not going to be surprised. These USB 2 iMacs were not very common. It's just like an MDD Firewire 800. Those aren't common either. First gen iMac G4s, those things are all over the place. I swear to God, they multiplied like rabbits. But the second gen iMacs G4s just don't seem to pop up very often. And I don't want to buy a whole computer just to rip a logic board out of it. That one won't work. Well, at least we've proven that the power supply can shock me on more than one occasion. Yep. Yeah. Well, what I'll also do is I'll $79.99 for Pro speakers. Are you guys insane? Jeez. $80 for like the most useless speakers ever. They only work on like 4 machines. Oh, it is new in the box. So maybe that's not too bad then. Oh yeah, people ask stupid money for this shit. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. $139 for this iMac. Now this might be a later model, but it looks like crap. I mean, come on. If you're going to sell something like this for that kind of money, at least make a half-assed attempt to clean it the hell up, you know? Jeez. This might be a USB 2 model, but I wouldn't pay that kind of money for model number 6498. Okay, so yeah, so that's the right that there is actually a USB 2 machine, but I wouldn't pay $139 for that piece of crap. Plus another $30 to ship it. It's only in Pikesville, Maryland. I could even go down and pick it up. Yeah, I bought this locally. I paid $100 for this computer. $195.50 for a 17-inch iMac G4, and there's people bidding on it? Jeez. Yeah, I paid $100 for this one. And according to Greg Hrutkay, that was a really good price, so... $10 Canadian. That's nothing. That's cheap. I wish I could have gotten this one for $10. So, well, we are now at an impasse. I'm not going to worry about putting it back together right now because it's only going to have to be taken back apart again. So what I'll do is I'll get on low end Mac and all them, see if anybody has a logic board. And worst case is I can get that one from eBay. Now $60 is a little expensive, but I mean, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do. So if this wasn't such a hard to find machine, I wouldn't worry about it. I'd probably just strip it down for parts, but these 20 inchers are so hard to find in general. MDDs aren't that expensive. Those things are all over the place. I picked up like a whole crap load of MDDs for like $50. I think there was like 4 of them. I get in with some recyclers every once in a while. And get good deals. I have a guy, you know, I have a recycler. He's trying to offload a bunch of G5s on me right now. And some Sun Spark stations. I've never messed with Sun Spark stuff. I mean, it just runs Unix, so it's not like it would be terrible to work with, but, you know, I've never messed with it, so I don't know anything about it, really. Oh, so... Well, we're 2 for 2 on the motherboard, on the G4 iMac here. Not... my spread's not nearly as good as Steve's is lately. But at least we finally narrowed it down to what it is. Yes, I mean, Solaris looks pretty cool. You know, I wouldn't mind playing around with it. I mean, I've messed with AIX, which is just really IBM's version of Unix. So, I am not unfamiliar with the operating system. It's been a while since I've really gotten into it, but I am familiar with Unix. Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of fun to try to play with Solaris and, you know, brush up on my Unix skills and stuff, because Unix and Linux are basically the same core operating system. And, you know, and truthfully, I mean, it wouldn't really be off topic for me, because, you know, every Mac that runs OS X basically runs a variant of BSD, which is Unix. So, yeah, one is a dual core 2 gigahertz, and the rest are worse. He just sent me the specs of the highest end machine, which was the late 2005, which is really the only one I want. So I'm figuring that the rest of them are probably dual processor 1.8s or 2 gigahertz machines, most likely. Might even be single processors. So they seem like fairly low end machines, truthfully. Thanks for the offer, Christian, but that's going to be very expensive to send those back here. It's expensive to send G5s even within the borders of the United States. Well, I guess what we can do is we can clean this heat spreader, make it all nice and shiny again. I'm surprised you can't find IRIX anywhere, Sean. As popular as SGI stuff is, trying to, I was talking to somebody at one point in time who was into older Macs, but he also had a bunch of SGI stuff. Oh yeah. Well, if I get some, if I get sun, if I get some sparks, I'll have to call. I'll have to talk to you, Christian. Ugh, man, this shit is cooked. I have never in my life run into thermal paste this hard, ever. Where's my knife? No. Ex-fiancés. It's my ex-fiance's toothbrush, Trina. Hey Bruce, how you doing? Welcome to the nightmare, Bruce. Yeah, isn't it like 8 or 10 IRIX discs for the Indy and the Indigo? Is it the Indigo? Or is it the Ruby? I can't remember. Or Crimson, not Ruby. Crimson. I know IRIX is huge. Oh, there you go. That would work, Sean. Truthfully, net install for you, Sean, is probably the way to go because typically that's how a lot of those machines were deployed anyway. Invalid header info. That is weird. shiny. Well, it looks better than it did. Got out all the old goop. So at least when I get a board, I'll have a nice clean machine. Eh. Yes, you must love the joys of self-checkout, especially at Walmart. Where's the bag? Oh, there it is. Bowling alley. See, bowling alleys around here have been closed since everything started, for the most part. Not too many of them are open because they're not doing any business. Yeah. Poor man's ultrasonic cleaner is what I call this. Since I don't have room to afford a regular ultrasonic cleaner, I figure, well, I'll just use a power tube. I've seen somebody else on a YouTube channel use one of these. I can't remember who it was off the top of my head, but they were scrubbing their board down with a power toothbrush like this. So, you know. I actually have more of these toothbrushes. I don't have any heads, but I have two brand new toothbrushes and bases sitting around here somewhere. You know, if anybody ever wants to try it, just say something to me. You know, I'll have to find them. Because I went to the thrift store and I bought the whole baggie of them for like $10. I think there was 4 of them total. And like, what the hell do I need 4 toothbrushes for? But the price was right. I mean, they're Oral-B. What are they? Braun Oral-B. It just says Pro Timer on them. And you can buy the heads for them anywhere, which is nice. I've had their toothbrushes before. Well, if nothing else, it'll be a very pretty. It'll be a very pretty prop. Cleaned it up a little bit. Probably put it back in the bedroom with the other iMac on the bookshelf. So at least it's pretty looking. Maybe I'll put some RGB lights around the outside of the frame and light it up. I'll get her fixed. I ain't giving up yet. You know, this is a pretty rare one, so I don't definitely am not going to give up on it. The nice thing is all of the USB 2 Macs, iMac G4s, they use the same logic board. There's only two speeds. There's 1 gigahertz and 1.25 gigahertz. Now this one's a 1.25 because this was a being a 20-inch. This was the top of the line. So, but yeah, I'll get a new logic board for it. You know, $60 isn't too bad. I mean, at that point I'll have $160 in it. And if I'm going to do that, I might as well go get an SSD for it. I have plenty of SATA adapters that I can use. So yeah, put a couple $100 into it. You know, give her 2 gigs of RAM. She'll make a nice little beast to play games on. So but in the meantime, it sits in my living room and looks good. Oh, monitor. ADATA. Never tried them. Yeah, SSDs are cheap. It's probably the number one upgrade you can do to a computer these days. I have no other projects right now. That was the big one. That was the biggest one. I mean, I have plenty of stuff around here I need parts for. I got a PowerBook 3400 I need a power adapter for. I have a MacBook Pro that needs a logic board. I have my Blue and White G3 that needs a video card. I got the 3,1 Mac Pro working that I spent a couple of streams farting around with. What happened to the front-facing webcam and the workbench? Nothing. I just changed the screen. I just changed the cameras. See, I have 3 cameras hooked up. So I just have that one. I just have this one as my main camera for the moment because I moved my HD camera over here so I could shine it at the computer, because I knew the computer I was working on was going to be kind of gainly and kind of large, so I moved my HD camera on this side of the table. So but oh yeah, here, this is the other part of the iMac. So I do have the speakers for it. I actually got these with the 17-inch or the 15-inch iMac I have, but they look much better with the 20-inch. So I use them with the Cube, but the problem is I don't have a Cube audio adapter. That's another thing I need to do. Or how's that? Is that better? Encoding overloaded. Alright, hopefully this is better. I got that encoding overloaded message on OBS again. Hi, Lydia. Yeah. So somebody decided to join us and say hi. The Queen of Darkness is here once again. Lydia. What you doing, pretty girl? What are you doing, pretty girl? I think what it is I went into I put OBS into multi-view, and I think that the video subsystem in this computer can't handle the video stream because it's only got Intel HD graphics, like 4600 series, I think. So yeah, probably, Trina. I haven't been on Facebook at all today, to be honest with you. Hey, take care, Retro Techie. Have a good day. So this is a computer that I'm using at the moment. Now this is not my computer I use for any. I only use it for the stream because I don't have a Mac. I don't have an appropriate Mac that can handle this. But this is only it's a Core i5, 2 gigahertz, and it's using Intel, I think it's Intel HD 4600 graphics. Yeah, Intel HD 4600 graphics, just the integrated graphics chip into the i5 processor. And what I did is I put on multi-view, which basically has a whole screen with like every active source going all at one time, and I think that's what tripped it out. I think it's just too much for this poor computer to handle. So ooh, that sounds good. Take care, Commodore fan. See you, Jay. Yeah, I'm getting ready to wrap up here for the day. So thank you everybody for coming. I haven't looked at my stream stats here lately. Let's see here. Oh, I got 24 people even now. Wow. Hey, take care, Sean. Thank you. So, who's here? So we got Sean from Action Retro, Commodore fan, David Stahl, Joe Green, Luke Davis, Matt B, Retro Tech, Sad Mac, Jay, Trina, and Will. Anybody else is here? Sorry if I missed you. James Garland. So, I appreciate everybody for coming. Like I said, next week, once again, stream will be on Sunday. But we might have some other plans, depending on how things work out. Saturday, they're coming to put my internet in, so I will not be on Saturday. I don't know yet. I might do Saturday, because they're supposed to be here by 12 noon, so I might do Saturday yet. I'll announce it on Facebook, so make sure you keep an eye on Facebook. If you're on Discord, I don't use Discord, but if you're on Discord, you can. There's actually a channel on there that says that has Mike's Mac Shack, and it announces every time I put a video out. You can always keep an eye on that too for information on when I post videos. So, well, thank you, Soul Blast. Yeah, all they're doing is they're just they're going to come and install. I have a modem here. I have my own cable modem. So they're just basically going to take they're just coming to take their home equipment and hook up business class equipment. That's all they're going to be doing. It should take them only 10 minutes. Because everything's ran. I mean, my whole network is wired and everything. So, I mean, all they have to do is take their modem out, plug my modem in, plug my switch into that, and then they're good to go. So, I will, Dave. I don't use Twitter very much. I don't even use Facebook very often. So, I'm not a very social media type person. I mainly use it for business purposes. So, but yeah, I'll follow you on there, Dave. So, next week, if I'm feeling brave, I might get I might dig the G4 Cube out, and we might put a new processor in that and upgrade that, and let her rip. So, thank you everybody for coming. I appreciate it. Thank you everybody for being here. I had some of the highest numbers I think I've ever had for a live stream. It looks like my highest was 32. Holy crap. So that's awesome. So remember, subscribe if you're not. Like this video if you haven't. I do these every week, and I am doing a giveaway soon. I have a iPad that I'm going to be giving away for 850 subscribers, with various ways of getting multiple entries possibly. So stay tuned for that. That'll probably be coming out. I'm kind of hoping I can't find my camera. I have to find my camera, because I don't want to do that on a webcam. As soon as I find my camera, I'll put a video out. If I find it today, I'll probably put it out today, because it's only going to be like a 5-minute video. So thank you very much for coming, and yeah, I think I think next week I might do the cube if I feel up to it. So, because I do have thermal paste to use, so we're good. We're set there. So, all right, guys. So, thank you very much. I wish you all a wonderful day. If you're on the East Coast and anywhere near Pennsylvania, Ohio, or anywhere like that, enjoy the weather, because it is snowing outside. So, have a good night, and we will see you soon.